Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa and I'm a flight attendant with a major US airline. And last night I got a new subscriber and she was going to have a group interview this morning. And so she asked if I could give some tips on how to survive flight attendant training. So today we're going to talk about surviving flight attendant training, and I'll give you some tips that helped me get through the 6 weeks of flight attendant training. And yeah, hopefully you'll be successful. Everyone's journey is a little bit different. My tips may be different than other people's, but I remember when I was heading to training, I was looking for whatever information that I could get and trying to arm myself with the most tools or the best things, or just I was trying to arm myself with as much knowledge as possible to make my flight attendant training successful. You know, I was going there, I gave up a career, an established career, in order to pursue something different. And so for me, there was no going back. I had to make it work. So let's go over a few tips on what I did to successfully pass flight attendant training. Okay? Tip number 1, listen to the rules, read the rules when they come to you, and take them literally. The rules are given for a reason. You will be observed even when you think that you're not being observed. There are eyes and ears watching you. This isn't to scare you, but it's my belief that it is to weed out any bad apples. You know, you're representing a company and they want the company to be represented in a certain way, as it should. You should have pride in who you work for and what you do, and yeah, follow the rules. Don't try to skate around them or think that you can get away with something. So I know, like, I'm thinking back to when I went to training and I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. And I think part of the reason why I was so nervous is because to get to the point of a contingent job offer and being invited to training is a big deal. And you've gone through so many interviews, you've gone through so many different background checks, and if you were like me, then you were just waiting patiently for your training date to arrive, and then all of a sudden it's there and you're heading to training. The company booked me on a guaranteed space flight. I remember flying out there. They had, I believe we could take 2 suitcases. So you can take 2 suitcases with you. And then you had a list of all your items. And we had to dress business for training. On some days, not often, maybe once a week, you're allowed to wear jeans, but the jeans could not have any holes, and you had to wear like a smart top with it. So just remember, this is training. It's not how you hang out with friends. Just remember, you're gonna have eyes on you the entire time, and just make sure that you are representing yourself professionally at all times. So that's probably like my number 1 tip. Just carry yourself, just get into that flight attendant mentality. Remember, people are going to be watching you, as they are when you do become a flight attendant. And just remember to be professional at all times, even when you're at your hotel, even when you think people aren't looking, be professional at all times, because there are eyes and ears everywhere. So going back to the whole journey of going to training. So I remember we checked in, and the first day was already filled with activities. It wasn't like a training class, but I remember on the first day we got fitted for our uniforms, and that was so much fun. They had all these different mannequins with the different uniforms on. When you first walk in, it felt like you're walking into like a high-end store, and then you had all these different people taking your measurements, handing you pieces, and you're going into the little fitting room, and then you're coming out and you're looking in a mirror and they're looking at you to see how things fit, taking measurements to see if you have to go up a size, down a size, to see what pieces you like. They write your sizes all down on a paper, and then I believe at another time, then that's when you get to order all of your pieces. But that in itself is so fun because you're seeing yourself for the first time in that uniform, and you just feel like, I don't know, you just feel like, wow, this is like really happening. And feel proud because you have come such a long way. And maybe they do that intentionally to make you excited about your future career, because the path that's going to come after that, the 6 weeks after that, are going to be intense. You are going to have to focus. You are going to have to remember why you're there, and at the lowest of low times, remind yourself of your why. So I would say another tip is find your reason for why you want to be a flight attendant. Write it down somewhere, or in the morning before you're heading off to training, remind yourself of your why. Because when things get a little bit difficult, go back to your why and remind yourself, and don't give up. So have a reason why, don't give up. Take training one day at a time. Don't speed up and read material ahead of time. Just take it one day at a time. Trust the process. Let everything you are learning in class just absorb into you. And when you have your web-based training after class, because you will have times when you go to class all day and then you have web-based training that you have to complete before the next day. Just do what is asked of you in the day, just in the day that it's asked, or in the time frame that it's asked. Don't try to jump ahead because you will confuse the heck out of yourself. So yeah, just take it one day at a time, and manage your time wisely. I would say, from my experience, literally my schedule was sleep, eat, study, repeat, and that's it. There were people that did go out, there were people that did socialize, there were people that went out and did a whole bunch of stuff, but I was there for training. I was also on a budget because I did not get paid for going to training. So I just, I had to put all that other stuff to the side because there would be plenty of time for layovers, plenty of time to hang out with friends, but I just needed to pass flight attendant training because I said goodbye to a career that I had built before. And for me, there was no turning back. It was sink or swim, and I was always going to swim. My next tip will be study. Don't think that you shouldn't study. Absolutely study. There are many aircraft that you will have to learn and become familiar with. And I did not come from a background of aviation, so this was all new to me. So at times it could be very confusing because I was trying to remember, well, did this aircraft have this many seats and were the jump seats here and there, or was that the other one I was thinking of? Don't put off studying. Even if you're a great test taker, even if you just excel at subjects or, in school, take this seriously. It's better to have given it your all and come out passing than to flunking out and, in hindsight, wishing that you would have taken that time and studied. It's 6 weeks. It's 6 weeks that you're devoting to this. Just, suck it up and get through it. Study. Don't underestimate that. And along with studying, control how many people that you're studying with. Some of these study groups would get really big, and then it would turn into like a social hour, and I'm not sure how much studying actually got done. My study group, we had 3 people, and we became really good friends. We understood each other, we were compatible with our study habits, and we each brought something to the table, a strength that complemented each of our weaknesses, and together we passed all tests, which was super amazing. And yes, we were nervous before every single test, but you can do this, because if I did it, you can do it. But yeah, study, put together a study group, and study with them. Encourage others. Don't put other people down. Be mindful of your actions. Pay attention to the rules when you get there. The rules as they are given to them, and take them literally. Don't think that you can cut corners. Don't think that you can do something and them not find out, because they will find out. Refrain from posting on social media. As tempting as it is, They are watching you, and just, hold off on doing that. Hold off on doing anything, even after. While you're on probation, just hold off on doing any of that because you worked way too hard. Next piece of advice is to absolutely have fun. Have fun because before you know it, you're going to be graduating and you're going to think about how quickly that 6 weeks went by, even though, as weird as it sounds, in the day-to-day, it seems like it dragged and took forever. But soak up every moment, just absorb it, because you are going to be graduating, you are going to look back, and you will have a huge appreciation for all that time that you spent there, because everyone in your class, in that moment in time, you'll never ever be together again like that. This is your class, this is your time to shine. Just revel in every moment of it and enjoy it. Have fun. It is a big deal. It is something to celebrate. So yeah, just enjoy it. Make sure that you are following the dress code appropriately each day that you go to class, including your hair. I remember our hair was inspected, so if they want you to have flight attendant hair, all back, no stray flyaways, have your hair exactly like they ask. Wear the shoes that they ask you to wear. Make sure that they are polished. Wear pantyhose if they are asking you to wear pantyhose. Polish yourself as much as possible because they are watching you not only in the classroom, but when you are on lunch, when you are transitioning in the hallway, there's always people watching you. So, carry your head up high, take pride in your appearance, take pride in the fact that you're there and you've made it this far. And yeah, just don't let that slip up. A rule when I was there was to not be on your cell phone. Like, don't be on your cell phone while walking through the corridors. Don't be texting and walking. That was a rule. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Whatever rules they give you, just follow them. Just follow them. 6 weeks that you have to devote to. They're polishing you to be these role models, I guess. They're polishing you to represent the company in a certain way. And once you start flying, you will feel very proud. You'll have a lot of people that stop you to say hi, that stop you to compliment you on your uniform, to thank you for your service. You'll have these little kids that look up to you and you'll want to give them little kid wings. So just remember that you are representing the company. Feel proud about it, take pride, and yeah, just whatever the rules are, just follow them. It's not that hard. It is pretty simple. But before you know it, 6 weeks will be over and all of that will be a memory, and you will never ever be together in that complex with all of your classmates. And that is something special. So absorb it, live it through the highs and lows. Just live it, because they're all going to be wonderful memories for you. Make sure that you are eating properly. Don't eat a bunch of junk, even though the bunch of junk will be there. Try to incorporate some healthy eating habits so you're not crashing from sugar, from being high on sugar and then that crashing. Try to get some healthy stuff in there. Well, that's it for now, guys. I'm gonna wrap this video up. If you have questions about training, if you have questions about the interview process or how to be a flight attendant, or you have questions, any questions, leave me a comment below. Like I said, if you want me to make a video about something particular, let me know. I'm happy to do that. I need ideas, especially when I'm at home on my days off. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear about your journey. And remember, if you apply to be a flight attendant, or you go through the process and you don't get hired the first time, or you don't get a seat, okay. I went to 3 interviews. I believe 2 or 3 interviews before I actually got a CJO. As long as you don't give up, keep at it, don't give up, and your time will come. If this is something that you're passionate about, your time will come, I promise you. And just, it was all an experience. The prior interviews were an experience for me. I learned something new and I kept on pursuing my dream. So if it doesn't happen this time for you, it will. Just don't give up. So that's it. That's all for today's video. If you found this video useful and you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed and you're interested in seeing what my daily life is as a flight attendant, or if you're interested in seeing similar videos like this about my daily life as a flight attendant or what my job entails, then please hit the subscribe button. Again, okay, until next time, bye guys. Adios. We are out.